Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, the post-game edition. When I last left you guys, we had just cleared floor 6 of the Lagdou ruins, and we are moving on to floor number 7. So, this one's going to be a little interesting, and I will explain to you why as soon as we get into it, which is going to be right now. So, this is another one of those situations where our group is split up into different groups. So down here on the bottom left of the map, we have a group of Erica, Tana, and Natasha. And you'll see here we've got a pretty interesting little setup here. We've got water, and we've got these little bridges and narrow corridors filled with dudes. A lot of Gorgons on this map. Great, I know, right? Thankfully, most of them do not have stone. Primarily, they just equip Demon Surge, as is the case with this setup over here. The only Gorgon to have stone in this cluster of them here is the boss, who also has, ooh, what's this, a black gem worth 15,000 gold. That's even more than a white one. So the rest of these Gorgons just have Demon Surge, nothing else. We've got a couple of random longbow whites, and of course, just, you know, crap. We've got some Arch Mogalls here, but thankfully no Shadowshot in this cluster. Moving on to the middle cluster here, we have... Ephraim. I brought Cormag back because I wanted somebody that could fly and had high movement. By extension, the same thing. So we brought Cormag back for this one, which is great. We've got Artur, who's back, and La Rochelle, obviously. And this middle cluster is a little different. There's some reinforcement stairs here that will probably be occupied soon. We've got this here Arch Mogall with an evil eye instead of a crimson eye for some strange reason. And a lone treasure chest up in here. I think that's the only one on the map, and we'll just have Erica sneak into her own convoy and grab a chest key out to get that, because I forgot to give her one. And as you see, there's little tiny bridges connecting everything together here. And then on the top cluster, we have another group of annoying people. There is a Shadowshot Arch Mogall over here on the side, which we're going to have to be wary of. And, of course, more Gorgons, because why not? And then finally, the last cluster up top here, we have Mulder, Tethys, Ewan, and Lute. So, even though we are divided up, thankfully we have the opportunity to go first, which allows us to deal a blow to the enemy that they can't really recover from, in that we can take out a great deal of the problematic enemies before they have a chance to really do anything, which is my goal, really. Oh, there's another Shadowshot guy right here. I didn't even notice that. Okay, well, we're going to need to be careful, suffice it to say. But we're going to have Ewan move up real quick and disable this here Gorgon, assuming he's capable of doing that. He is, if I have him use L-Fire, which is pretty sad that I have to resort to L-Fire, but, you know, I could just use Nosferatu, that would work. Because if he does hit me, I'll just recover it immediately. Yeah, we'll do that. Here we are, folks, utilizing Nosferatu offensively for once instead of defensively. It's not very often you see that happening. No, he missed anyway. Nosferatu is a very defensive spell. It weighs a lot, so you can't reliably double with it on normal circumstances. I guess when you're facing monsters that are slow, it's not that big of a deal, but... And Ewan's got good speed anyway, so he's okay. His con's not super great, but it's passable. At any rate, you'll notice that every one of these three splinter groups that I have with me has a bishop with them. That is because they're all carrying restore staves, and I'm going to need those. Probably, just in case somebody decides to get themselves turned to stone. Which I'm hoping is not the case, but better safe than sorry, to be certain. So we're going to go ahead and let Lute deal with this other Gorgon here, since she's currently wielding Shine Magic, which actually isn't enough. Yikes. That's a problem. I suppose she could crit, potentially. Not super likely, but maybe... I didn't think Lute would be struggling to kill something. That's kind of ridiculous. Thankfully, she is not turned to stone, and nothing else is in range of that stone tome, so... she'll be targeted again next turn and likely have them miss. That's fine. This Shadowshot jerk is not going to have a chance to one-shot anything on over here. Certainly... Well, he probably will go for Boulder, if I'm being totally honest, because his resistance is actually the lowest on my group here. But with Triangle Advantage, he'll miss. He might go for Ewan, because Ewan's weighed down a little bit right now by his Nosferatu tome. We'll see. At any rate, so we got a Shadowshot Mogall to worry about. That's one thing. He can't reach anyone down here, thankfully. Well, maybe he can. Oh, that's right, he flies. I forgot about that. Well, it doesn't matter because we're not going to be here for very long anyway. So, what we're going to do is send La Rochelle to deal with this group over here. Most notably, that other stupid Mogall with Shadowshot that I don't want to deal with. I have to Ivaldi this Gorgon, but I'm going to do it because I don't like Gorgons. And it is worth it to me. So this is an interesting map. The fact that it's laid out in 3 different groups and they're kind of spread out fairly well. You can actually clear this one fairly quickly, simply because your group is already split up. And it makes it able to be done in a rather expeditious fashion, which is nice. So we won't have to stay here too long, which is good, because I really don't want to deal with all these stupid Gorgons for longer than I have to. This is not the last we'll be seeing of them, unfortunately. But this is definitely one of the maps that they are the most prolific on, I do believe. And the nice thing about Cormag is he has just enough movement to get in range of this Mogall here. In fact, I could send him on the water. And then that will allow him to contend with that other Gorgon there, for example. I don't want him to get turned to stone, however, so rather than doing that... Actually, I have someone to contend with that, too. So we're going to have Erica run up and take care of this Gorgon real quick. I planned this out, guys. I really did. And we're just going to Iron Sword this thing, 'cause that's all we need. And she pulls off an unnecessary crit. Although that saves us from the 1 in 20 chance that she gets turned to stone. Nice. Look at that. 50 HP on Erica. That's pretty good. That's actually quite good. Who am I kidding? Alright, we're going to have Tana fly up and dispatch with that other Mogall here. Which she does in a single blow. With a crit, no less. So you'll see here, by having these high movement characters, we're able to get out and dispatch with a lot of these would-be threats before they even become a threat, which is fantastic. So that is already a bunch of Gorgons and Mogalls down before they have a chance to even do anything to me. And this whole lower left cluster is pretty much clear now, except for that one Gorgon hiding in the treasure room there, who, again, is not going to be that big of a threat. And we're going to have Natasha deal with this Mogall here, which she can do in a single Shine Tome usage. She'll probably get attacked by that Gorgon off to the side there with Demon Surge, but whatever, she can handle that. So as you can see, yeah, this entire downstairs area already clear with very little effort. And I, of course, have Archer here on station in case anyone's in need of healing, which they probably won't be, but you never know. He does have Purge equipped, actually, too, which I could use to dispatch with something annoying. As for what that would be, I could not say. There's a lot of annoying things in this map. I would prefer to take out a Shadowshot, but I don't see anything that has one that's in range right now, so I could just kill that gargoyle inside the treasure room there. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Just to have him out of my way. Purge is so much fun to use when you're fighting monsters with a bishop. Oh, yep, I thought so. Going for Molder. Probably not going to hit, but knowing my luck as of late... Oh, never mind, we're good. And that thing is, of course, dead next turn. I sincerely doubt Loot's going to get turned to stone here. Nope, not happening. Yeah, this is actually probably going to be a pretty short chapter. It's going to be clear before too much happens. Simply because, again, I have a pre-sorted or dispersed around the map team, which is pretty nice. They don't do that to you very often. They do that to you as an idea of, like, oh, you're disadvantaged because your whole team isn't together. Well, actually, if your units are good enough, it's actually helpful because it lets you clear the thing faster. That's really pathetic. Yeah, La Rochelle laughs at you in your pathetic attempt to hit her. Not going to get a lot of experience for my units this chapter, probably, but... I mean, it is what it is. We'll just go ahead and thunder this thing to death. Can you feel the thunder? Yep, and that goes down. We'll have Loot take out Mr. Shadowshotty here, who thinks he's all kinds of cool, probably. Yeah, it's a shame that you don't have access to something like Shadowshot as a player with your dark magic units. The closest thing you have is Eclipse, and as I've discussed previously, Eclipse is just garbage, unfortunately. But, I mean, at least you have some kind of dark magic you can use at range, even if it's not exactly ideal for most circumstances. But I wonder if we should keep our guys together, actually, because there's going to be reinforcements. I could just let La Rochelle right here and let her destroy everything. You know what? That sounds like fun. Let's do that. I bet you those archers inside the little room there off to the side probably all have longbows, but I didn't look, actually. Nope, steel bow and steel bow. Actually, they don't have longbows. That's interesting. And their chances of turning her to stone are minimal. 2 of them have stone tomes, but that one's going to go for loot, probably. She still has shine equipped, so she's good there. Alright, so we're going to have Erica go crack that chest open. She can pull a chest key out of somewhere. In fact, why don't I crack into that right now? I don't need to have all this stuff equipped right now. I happen to have a chest... I have 1 chest key left. Probably should have rationed these a little bit more, but that's alright. The nice thing about chest keys is you can actually buy them in the overworld, believe it or not. I don't really need any of this stuff either. We don't need the Axe Reaver right now. I'll put that away and take my sword back out. The nice thing about having your convoy on your maid lord instead of, you know, like a separate thing. Crack the chest open for a blue gem. Nice, more money. All right, and then I'm gonna have... Let's let Cormag off the chain a little bit here, shall we? He does not have a Philly shield, however. I neglected to give him one of those for whatever stupid reason of mine. So he will take some damage from that bow. And also, if he gets shot at by that Demon Surge, he's going to take a decent chunk of damage. 28 to be specific. Although, I think he'll be okay. Yeah, he can one-shot the Gorgon over the wall here, so let's let him do that. Again, nothing will turn him to stone over there, so no risk of that happening. That longbow won't do too much to him. Especially if he gets a defense level up, which he didn't, but that's okay. Yeah, he'll be fine. He can take those guys out, no big deal. We're going to reunite the twins over here. And I'll have Natasha continue to push forward. Considering she's largely untouchable at this point. Against these pathetic magic guys. And these archers, because they just won't hit her. Yeah, this is going to be over relatively quickly. So we'll keep Archer on station to heal up. In the case that Cormag gets hit. Because he probably will. I learned, by the way, that the only boss that moves in the entire ruins is that Gwilgi on floor number 4. So we don't need to worry about any other bosses moving. If that was ever a point of contention. It really wasn't that big of a concern for me, simply because they're not all that threatening. But yeah, we're going to be mopped up with this level probably pretty quick here. And I might just dive into the next one right away, if I'm being totally honest. Although I don't remember what's on the next floor, so we'll have to wait and see. Interesting, moving up close. Oh, I don't have the power to kill this Gorgon. Unless I crit. Oh, look at that. Ask and ye shall receive. That means these other ones might be... Oh, they're too far away anyway because of the stone. That's okay. Nope. My horse dodged that. I don't even have to. La Rochelle is a very smart horse. It's just very gratifying to see her do that. Have I mentioned she's my favorite unit in this game? I love La Rochelle in this game. She's so good. Sadly, she's not quite as good in Heroes, and that's really upsetting, honestly. But, I mean, it is what it is. They tried to keep her true to her in-game description, actually. She has Ivaldi. Problem is, Ivaldi does the same thing in that game as it does in this one. It gives her extra defense, which she doesn't need. Or doesn't really want, I guess, in Heroes, because her defense is pretty low. And 3 more points of it's not that big of a deal. But it's neither here nor there, I suppose. Nice crit spear throw there. All we have to worry about now is that other Gorgon and that well, the longbow already fired and missed, so I still want to kill him though when I get the chance to. Ah, yes. Bring yourself to me. Haven't seen Crimson Eye in a while. Even if it's incapable of hitting me. Yeah, this is going to be great. So there's really just a couple of guys left here. We got 2 stone Gorgons to deal with. That La Rochelle will deal with at least one of next round. I have to bust myself into that room to take it out, but... Oh yeah, that's going to hurt. It's half my hit points. Nope. And I one-shot you. Bye. Cormag having maxed strength is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Oh good, a free vulnerary. How nice. I'll put that away. Probably won't be needing too much of that, if I'm being honest. Super fun. Yeah, be gone with you, sir. And or madam, and or whatever the heck you are. I don't know if these giant floating eyeballs have anything resembling gender or not, but who cares. Moving on. I bet you this one has Shadowshot. No, he doesn't. Alright, well... Just more fodder for the flames, I guess. The flames of Natasha's lightning staff. I do like that the bishops channel their magic through their staff. So they always have it equipped effectively during their sprite work, which is just cool. What is this guy? Nothing. Well, he's about to be dead. With a silver sword to the face. And by face, I of course mean eyeball. Oh, geez, that probably didn't feel good. Thankfully, he wasn't around long enough to feel the pain, I suppose. Thank God for small mercies, huh? Alright, and how best to deal with this chucklehead here? I guess I'll just knock the wall down and go after him next turn, since I won't be able to get him this round anyway. Yeah, he's dead to rights next turn, no big deal there. Let's move up the... Oh, we got another guy up here. I'll let Mulder deal with him. With a shine. A critical shine, no less. Yeah, we're going to have this cleared out before too much reinforcements show up, so... We'll move up here, and I'll have Loot take down this wall. Or at least start to take down this wall. And Ewan will finish the job. With some... I'll use Flux. I don't want to have triangle disadvantage against the Stone Tome there. And La Rochelle will finish this thing off with an Evaldi proc. By proc, I of course mean just whack him one. Oh, and it procs a crit. Nice. It may seem like I'm using Evaldi an awful lot. It's just so freaking good. It utterly decimates everything in the entire ruins because nothing resists it. Even those Gorgons that have really competent resistance just fall immediately like to it. It's just funny. Put Ephraim right here. This guy will kill himself on my bishop. So yeah, this is definitely one of the more interesting maps, I think. The next one is going to be even more interesting. I went ahead and refreshed myself on what it was like, so... Of all the people to cast that on, you go for the person you have a 2% chance to hit. Probably would have had close to 30 or something against Loot. No, never mind, because she has Shine equipped right now. Ow. That's not very nice. Oh, crap. Alright, well, we've got reinforcements to worry about now. Once again, however, we're just going to clean them up as quickly as possible here. If I'm being honest, I forgot all about these reinforcements that we're going to start popping in them one after the other. We'll let Tana deal with this thing. Pierced your eye. Ooh, that sounds painful. I don't even want to think about that now, and suddenly my eyes hurt. Okay, well, it's the price you pay, I suppose, for saying stupid crap like that. And we'll shine this guy down, too. I'll move Tethys over to the other side so I can potentially deal with multiple problems should they arise. We'll have Loot deal with this Gorgon, I think. Assuming she doesn't get petrified in the process, which would be problematic. Nope. Goodbye, Gorgon. It was nice knowing you, I suppose. Not really. I don't like you. Enjoy death, for what it's worth. And I should probably have La Rochelle down in this direction in case anything spawns from that staircase. We'll just have... I think lightning will be good enough. We'll have Ewan dispatch with this silly sod here. Nice. Good flux crit there. Why not do that all the time? Just imbue yourself with all that magical power. Alright, we're on track to cap a couple of things, it looks like. Maybe. Definitely magic. They're on track for that. Skill, possibly. Luck, almost assuredly. That's about it, though. Alright. So we can't quite reach that Elder Bale. I'll put Archer this way. That way I might have a shot at purging whatever comes out of there. And we'll have Cormag mop up this last silly Archer dude. We'll use the Iron Blade, why not? He's about to be A and A with swords and lances just like his brother. I've been exclusively using Iron Blades with him almost since he became a Wyvern Lord, so... it stands to reason. That's probably how Glenn was trained. Use one weapon almost exclusively before you get promoted, then use the other one almost exclusively after you're promoted. So we're going to go ahead and purge this stupid Gorgon before it has a chance to do anything to me stone-wise. I don't want that randomly happening. That would stink. So, nice try. Man, even with max resistance, that thing can still do 5 damage to me. Alright, free black gem. Don't mind if I do. I'll send Ephraim this way just to back up whatever's going on there. Here comes that Elder Bale. He'll very quickly be the last remaining enemy until more reinforcements show up, of course. Which they're probably about to. Get rid of your dumb eyeball face thing. Yeah, that's a fair bit of... Oh, good thing I put La Rochelle there. Is that a Death Goyle? It's kind of random, isn't it? Horse Slayer. No, I'll just whip a spear at this guy's eyeball face. Having a lot of movement is really nice. I gotta hand it to the people who are purists about having mounted units or high movement units. It is very, very nice to have. Is it always necessary? No, but in a situation like this where I need to cover ground very quickly to stave off the tide of all these different reinforcements in different places, it's very beneficial. So we'll have Erica kill this thing again. It's nice that I've kind of got them all trapped into where they're coming from. It makes things a lot easier to deal with, for sure. Oh, pfft. To be fair, she's capped skill and speed now, I think, at this point. Yeah, she certainly has. She has 2 more points of skill, I think, or strength, rather. She's not going to cap luck, although she came darn close. Alright, let's see if I can't reach something with Purge here. Nope, not quite. Next turn, though, for sure. I'll just take this sucker down. So if I don't manage to clear everything off the map this turn, everything will definitely be dead next turn. It'll be right on time, pretty much. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's going to get to that point, because I'm just going to pwn both these things, and I have Tethys on station to allow Molder to go again, so this ought to be our last turn. Let me make sure. Yeah, La Rochelle. The good thing I moved La Rochelle. I kind of predicted there was going to be something on the stairs here. This thing's just as powerful as that boss Gorgon. Holy smokes. Because La Rochelle's only got 2 fewer resistance than Natasha, and she still has light magic. Good lord, that's some powerful stuff. Alright, and then we'll just have Ewan... Can Loot reach that thing? No. So I guess Ewan gets the honor of killing this Crimson Eye situation. It just leaves that one death goyle that I need to eliminate quickly, and we'll be out of here. Nice short chapter. We like those, right? Well, it's nice when you're walking through these ruins and you want to be out of here as soon as possible, so... There's only 3 floors left after this. Yep, this is the last enemy jingle, so... Just in range to dispatch with this guy, and we're done here. Having 3 bishops is awfully handy, like I mentioned, so there we go. That's all set. Moving on to floor number 8. We got 3 left to go, ladies and gents. Won't be long now. And, oh, there we go. We get Valter now as a reward for clearing floor number 7. And as you might imagine, Valter is just as creepy as when he was alive, because now he's back again, I guess. He's actually quite good. His luck's abysmal, obviously, but his speed could be a lot higher too, I suppose. He's okay, really. Anyway, he does come with another Philly shield, which is great, so I can give one to Tana and one to Cormag. So that will be nice. Other than that, though, we are all set for here, so we're going to move on to floor number 8, but we'll move on to floor number 8 next time. So thank you all for joining me to this point. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it. 3 floors left, and we'll be all set with this series. So tune in for that. Stick around. Don't miss a thing. So until next time, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.